my exploration of space is motivated by the question whether we are alone in this universe or not. So just as we heard sir mention that we need to have motivation. So my personal motivation for undertaking this technology is trying to answer the question whether we are alone in this universe or whether there is life elsewhere. And if it is there elsewhere, is it similar to our life or is it different? As was mentioned in my introduction, I head Center of Excellence in Astrobiology. You will ask, what is astrobiology? So astrobiology is the study of the origins, evolution, and search for life. Many people get confused when they see this word astrobiology. They confuse it with things like astrology or astronomy, or they only focus on the biology part. But astrobiology, it connects many different fields, right from engineering to geology as well as biology. So it's not only biology. If you are a student right now in civil engineering or computer science or electrical engineering, you can also study about the origin and evolution and search for life and eventually work in that field. You don't have to have a biology background. So I would like to say this at the very start. It's very important to understand that it's an interdisciplinary field. So it's important for everyone to understand the main motivating questions that we have in space and how do you make a career in this. So personally for me, I had started my career journey in 2003 when I was only 14 years old. That is when many of you who are old enough would recollect that there was a NASA space shuttle that when it was returning back from space, it actually exploded. And that led to the 7 astronauts who were there on board the space shuttle. They all passed away. And one of them, of course, was Kalpana Chawla, right? And I still remember at that point of time, I was only in 9th standard in Mumbai. And it was in the news that, this incident had happened. And it was only after that that I seriously started reading about all of these people who go into space and why are they taking these kind of risks. It's such a challenging environment to work in. There is so much high technology involved, so much of state of art technology involved. So what is their motivation? Why are they doing this? Why are they putting their lives at stake? And the more I read about the pursuit behind which these astronauts were putting their lives at stake and on some occasions even losing their lives, it was the fact that they were exploring on behalf of the entire humanity. They were going into an environment, into a new environment, completely unexplored, where our entire human population that has been there for, I don't know, 200,000 years at the very maximum, whereas the age of the Earth is 4.6 billion years. So we are here for a very short duration. We have been here for a very short duration of time. And within that time, we have progressed to the level that we can start looking outside of our Earth and we can start exploring these parts. And that is something I think which appeals to many people, not just to aerospace engineers. It appeals to artists, lawyers, bankers, but many of them, they lose that interest. At some point of time, they grow out of it. They think that, this is not something that is very serious. What is the point of it? But there are a few people who constantly think about space. They constantly think about venturing into space, working on technologies that will go into space and help us explore. And with that motivation, at the age of 14, I started becoming more and more thoughtful about what I wanted to do. And I was really looking up to Kalpana Chawla because she was from India and she had made her journey all the way from India to US, and she joined NASA. She got selected to become an astronaut. And it was very appealing. It was very exciting for me to understand what kind of journey she was on.